What if some of the world's most puzzling mysteries, the ones that seem to defy reason and logic, aren't just remnants of forgotten history, but clues waiting to be uncovered? What if these enigmas hold the key to unlocking secrets about our past, our future, and even the very nature of reality itself? From ancient civilizations that vanished without a trace to modern phenomena that continue to baffle the brightest minds, these mysteries leave us questioning everything we thought we knew. These are the stories that make us look over our shoulders in awe, wonder, and yes, a little fear. You've probably heard of them, but do you really know them? Buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the most impossible mysteries that scientists and historians still can't explain. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to stay updated on more mind-bending mysteries, and share this video with your friends who love a good mystery. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming up next. 1. The disappearance of the Roanoke colony. Imagine a thriving colony settled on the shores of what would become America, a community full of life, ready to build a future. But when a supply ship returned, the entire settlement was gone. All that was left behind was a cryptic word carved into a tree, Croatoan. The Roanoke colony, established in the late 1500s, vanished without a trace, and despite numerous theories, the mystery remains unsolved. Was it a move to a different location, a massacre, or did they simply disappear into thin air? Some say the settlers were absorbed by the neighboring Croatoan tribe, while others suggest that the colony fell victim to harsh conditions or even supernatural forces. To this day, no one knows the truth. The mystery of Roanoke continues to haunt the pages of history, leaving us to wonder, was the colony lost to time, or was it something much darker at play? What really happened to the people of Roanoke? Could they have left behind clues, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered? 2. The Bermuda Triangle. Picture this, a vast stretch of ocean where ships and planes mysteriously vanish, leaving behind nothing but stories and questions. The Bermuda Triangle. For decades, it's been the setting for some of the world's most baffling disappearances. From the infamous case of Flight 19, a group of US Navy bombers that disappeared without a trace in 1945, to the USS Cyclops, which sank in 1918, this eerie region has left experts stumped. What makes this place so dangerous? Is it just the weather with its unpredictable storms, or is there something more to it? Could magnetic anomalies or underwater trenches be playing a role? Some argue it's just the result of bad weather and human error, while others point to more fantastical explanations: aliens, time warps, and secret underwater bases. The Bermuda Triangle continues to lure adventurers and scientists alike, each trying to unravel its secrets. But the question remains, will we ever truly understand why so many have vanished into this deadly zone? Could the answer be hidden beneath the waves? 3. The Voynich Manuscript. A book filled with strange symbols, indecipherable writing, and bizarre illustrations. The Voynich manuscript is one of the greatest unsolved puzzles of all time. Dating back to the 15th century, this book has mystified cryptographers, linguists, and historians alike. The manuscript is written in an unknown language, its pages filled with strange plant illustrations and diagrams that don't match anything found in nature. Was it a secret code, a work of fiction, or something more significant lost to time? For centuries, scholars have tried to decode the text, only to find that every attempt leads to a dead end. Some suggest it could be an ancient herbal guide, others claim it's a hoax, but the truth remains elusive. With modern technology and artificial intelligence being applied to the text, one might wonder, is the manuscript a relic of ancient knowledge, or a brilliant puzzle designed to baffle generations? The question now is, will anyone ever crack the code, or is the Voynich manuscript destined to remain an unsolvable riddle for centuries to come? 4. The wow signal. In 1977, a radio telescope in Ohio picked up a signal from space. A signal so strange and unique that the astronomer who discovered it wrote "wow" next to the data. The wow signal was unlike anything ever recorded, a narrowband radio transmission that lasted just 72 seconds. But here's the mystery. The signal came from a part of the sky where no known stars or planets reside. It didn't repeat, it didn't fit any pattern, and it's never been detected again. Was this a one-time cosmic cataclysmic event, or was it the first contact with extraterrestrial life? Some scientists believe the signal could have come from a comet, while others speculate it might have been a signal from a distant alien civilization. The truth? We may never know. The wow signal remains an unanswered question, prompting one of the biggest debates in astronomy. What if the signal was a sign, a cosmic hello from another world? Could there be more out there, waiting to be discovered? 5. The Taos Hum. Deep in the desert town of Taos, New Mexico, there's a strange phenomenon that has plagued residents for decades. A low-frequency hum, a constant droning sound, barely audible to most, but maddening to those who hear it. This unsettling noise has driven people to madness, with some describing the hum as an untraceable sound that vibrates through their bones. Experts have tried everything to explain it, from electromagnetic fields to secret military experiments, but no one has come up with a definitive answer. Why does this hum affect some people and not others? Is it a natural occurrence, or is there something hidden beneath the surface of this small town? Some theories point to the Earth's natural frequencies, while others suggest it's a more paranormal origin, like the hum of a long-forgotten ancient machine. Whatever the cause, the Taos Hum remains one of the most frustrating, unexplained phenomena in modern times. And for those who can hear it, the question is, what's behind the hum, and why is it so unsettling? 6. The Nazca Lines. In the heart of the Peruvian desert, giant, intricate patterns are etched into the earth. The Nazca Lines. From birds to geometric shapes, these massive designs are so large that they can only be fully appreciated from the sky. But who created them and why? The Nazca culture, who lived in this region between 500 BCE and 500 CE, left behind these mysterious geoglyphs that continue to baffle archaeologists. Some believe they were made for religious or astronomical purposes, while others think they may have been a form of communication with gods or extraterrestrials. What's most perplexing is how the Nazca people managed to create these lines with such precision, without the ability to fly or use advanced technology. Did they have knowledge that we've lost over time, or was this just a stroke of genius? The Nazca Lines remain an enduring mystery. Were they designed to be seen from above, or were they part of an even deeper forgotten purpose? As the desert winds continue to shift the sands, the lines stand as a testament to a lost culture and their baffling creations. But will we ever truly understand why they did it? 7. The Mary Celeste Mystery. In 1872, a ship was found drifting off the coast of the Azores. The Mary Celeste, a merchant vessel, was completely abandoned, yet her crew was nowhere to be found. The ship was in perfect condition, its cargo intact, and the last log entry dated just days before. But where had the crew gone? Theories about the disappearance range from pirate attacks to natural disasters, but no sign of struggle, damage, or foul play was found. Some speculate that the crew had been spooked by a mysterious event, while others suggest they may have been taken by a sudden storm or even driven mad by some unexplained force. Could it have been a case of mass hysteria, or was there something more sinister at work? The mystery of the Mary Celeste has intrigued maritime historians for over a century. While some believe the crew simply abandoned ship, the unanswered questions surrounding their fate leave us wondering, did the sea claim them, or did something more eerie cause their vanishing? 8. Stonehenge, the ancient enigma. Stonehenge, one of the world's most iconic landmarks, stands as a testament to ancient engineering and mystery. Located in Wiltshire, England, the stone circle has puzzled archaeologists for centuries. Who built it, and why? Theories abound, with some suggesting that it was a site for religious rituals, a prehistoric observatory, or even a burial ground. The precision with which the stones are arranged, some weighing several tons, raises questions about how people from thousands of years ago, without modern tools, could have transported and arranged such massive structures. What makes it even more perplexing is that the stones align with the solstices, which suggests a deep understanding of astronomy. But why would an ancient civilization go to such lengths to create a structure that we still don't fully comprehend today? Stonehenge remains an enigmatic puzzle, and its purpose continues to elude us. Was it a place of power, a connection to the stars, or something more? As we study this ancient monument, we are left to wonder, what message were the builders trying to send? Or is there something beyond our understanding waiting to be revealed? 9. The Lost City of Atlantis. For centuries, the myth of Atlantis has captured the imagination of explorers, historians, and storytellers alike, described by Plato as a powerful and advanced civilization that sank into the ocean in a single day and night of misfortune. Atlantis is one of the most enduring legends of human history. But did it ever truly exist? Or is Atlantis simply a metaphorical tale crafted to warn against the dangers of hubris? Some believe that Atlantis was located in the Mediterranean, while others argue that it may have been in the Caribbean or Antarctica, yet no concrete evidence has ever been found. The story of Atlantis raises profound questions. What if there was a civilization so advanced that it could match or even surpass our own? Could we be missing vital clues in our search for this lost city? As the search for Atlantis continues, one thing is certain: the legend persists, offering hope that one day we might uncover the truth, or perhaps it's a myth that reveals more about our own desires for discovery and conquest. 10. The Tunguska Event. In 1908, an explosion occurred in the remote Siberian wilderness, flattening over 2,000 square kilometers of forest. The event was so powerful that it registered on seismographs around the world, yet no crater or wreckage was ever found. What caused this catastrophic event? Some scientists believe it was the result of a comet or asteroid that exploded in the atmosphere, releasing an incredible amount of energy. Others propose more outlandish theories, such as secret weapon testing or even extraterrestrial involvement, but the lack of a clear impact site raises doubts. What is known is that the Tunguska event remains one of the most mysterious occurrences of the 20th century. It's a reminder that even today, we're still vulnerable to cosmic events we can't predict or fully understand. Was it a warning from space, or simply an incredible natural disaster? The answers remain buried beneath the Siberian soil, and as we continue to search, we can only wonder, was this a rare cosmic accident or something more? 11. The Phantom Time Hypothesis. Imagine if history itself had been altered, not by natural forces, but by human hands. The Phantom Time Hypothesis suggests that our entire calendar is off by nearly 300 years. According to this theory, certain periods of history, particularly the early Middle Ages, were fabricated by medieval scholars to legitimize the Holy Roman Empire. The theory proposes that the years 614 to 911 AD may never have happened, and that the records of these years were invented or misplaced, leaving us with a false timeline. While controversial, the theory has sparked debates about the accuracy of historical records, questioning how much of what we know is truly authentic. Could entire centuries of human history be a lie? Could the events we believe happened in those years be completely fabricated? The idea that entire eras of time have been erased or hidden challenges everything we know about our past. Whether or not the Phantom Time Hypothesis holds any truth, it forces us to reconsider the reliability of historical documentation and the possibility that the true story of humanity is far more mysterious than we ever imagined. 12. The disappearance of flight MH370. On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 disappeared from radar screens while flying from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Despite massive international search efforts, the plane and its 239 passengers have never been found, and the cause of its disappearance remains one of the greatest aviation mysteries of all time. Was it a mechanical failure, a hijacking, or something more sinister? Investigators have pieced together partial clues, such as satellite data showing the plane's final movements, but there are still no definitive answers. Theories range from a catastrophic onboard event to a deliberate act by the crew or passengers. The disappearance of MH370 raises profound questions about the safety of air travel and the limits of modern technology. If a plane can simply vanish from the sky, what else could be hidden from view? While some fragments of the plane have been found washed up on distant shores, the mystery of what happened that fateful night endures. Could the truth about MH370 ever be uncovered? Or has the plane and its passengers become the ultimate ghost story of modern aviation? 13. The identity of Jack the Ripper. One of the most infamous and chilling murderers in history, Jack the Ripper terrorized the streets of London in 1888. With at least 5 victims attributed to him, the killer's gruesome acts and eerie absence of any clear motive left the public terrified, and still hungry for answers. Despite numerous investigations, books, and films about the case, the true identity of Jack the Ripper remains elusive. Over the years, hundreds of suspects have been proposed, from doctors to royalty. be, but none have been definitively proven. The gruesome nature of the crimes, combined with the Ripper's ability to evade capture, only adds to the mystery. Why did he stop, and why did he leave behind no evidence? Was it sheer luck, or something more sinister that allowed Jack to evade the law for so long? The identity of this brutal killer has become a source of endless fascination, with no shortage of theories, but the truth remains locked in the past. Could new forensic technology one day solve the case? Or will Jack the Ripper always remain a shadowy figure of our darkest imaginations? 14. The Zodiac Killer. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, a serial killer known only as the Zodiac terrorized Northern California. He sent cryptic letters to the press, taunting the police with his ability to evade capture, and even claimed responsibility for multiple murders. Though only 5 were confirmed, the Zodiac Killer's need for attention and his puzzles left the public both terrified and fascinated. One of the most puzzling aspects of the case is the series of ciphers the Zodiac sent to newspapers. While some have been solved, others remain indecipherable, and his true identity has never been confirmed. For decades, investigators have tried to crack the case, but the killer was never caught, and the letters continued to mock authorities. Theories abound, and from the identity of the killer to why he stopped his killings. Was it a sense of power, a need for recognition, or something darker that drove him? With no definitive answers, the Zodiac Killer's reign of terror remains a chilling unsolved mystery. Could DNA or modern technology finally lead to the killer's identification? Or will the Zodiac Killer remain forever one of history's greatest enigmas? 15. The Black Dahlia Murder. The brutal murder of Elizabeth Short, dubbed the Black Dahlia, shocked Los Angeles in 1947. Found severed in half and left in a vacant lot, Short's body was mutilated and her face was slashed into a grotesque smile. The case became one of the most famous unsolved murders in American history. Over the years, numerous suspects have been proposed, including doctors, ex-boyfriends, and even Hollywood figures, but no one has ever been convicted, and the case remains open to this day. Was the Black Dahlia murder a random act of violence? Or was it the work of a serial killer? What motivated such an unthinkable crime? And why was Elizabeth Short targeted? The Black Dahlia's tragic death has inspired countless theories, books, and films, but it's the haunting details and the lack of justice that continue to captivate people. Was her death connected to the dark side of Hollywood, or was it something even more sinister? Could new evidence or a breakthrough finally solve the mystery? Or will the Black Dahlia case always remain an open wound in the annals of crime? 16. The disappearance of Amelia Earhart. In 1937, Amelia Earhart, the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic, vanished without a trace during an attempt to circumnavigate the globe. Her disappearance over the Pacific Ocean remains one of the greatest mysteries in aviation history. Earhart's last known location was near Howland Island, a tiny speck of land in the vast ocean. Despite an extensive search, neither Earhart nor her plane was ever found. Theories about what happened range from mechanical failure to the possibility that she was captured by the Japanese during World War II. Others speculate she may have crashed and landed on an uninhabited island, her fate sealed by the relentless sea. What happened to Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan? Could they have survived for a time on a remote island, or were they lost to the depths of the ocean? For decades, expeditions have scoured the waters around the last known coordinates, but the mystery endures. Was Earhart's disappearance a tragic accident, or is there more to the story hidden beneath the surface of the Pacific? Will the truth about Amelia Earhart ever be revealed, or has it sunk into the depths of history, forever lost? 17. The Dyatlov Pass Incident. In 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers trekked into the Ural Mountains in Russia, but something went terribly wrong. They were found dead in mysterious circumstances with signs of extreme physical trauma and no clear explanation. The Dyatlov Pass Incident has remained one of the most bizarre and unsettling unsolved mysteries in history. The hikers' tent was found torn open from the inside, and their bodies were discovered scattered across the mountainside in various stages of undress, some with broken bones and one with a missing tongue. Was it an avalanche, or did the group fall victim to a more sinister cause? Perhaps something supernatural or extraterrestrial. Conspiracy theories have run wild, suggesting everything from military experiments to Yeti attacks. As the case remains unsolved, the question still lingers. What happened to these hikers in the remote mountains of Siberia? Was it a freak accident, or something far darker? The Dyatlov Pass Incident continues to haunt the imaginations of many, and the mystery remains as chilling today as it was over 6 decades ago. 18. The Hinterkaifeck murders. In 1922, the entire Gruber family and their maid were brutally murdered on their isolated farm in rural Germany. What made this case even more chilling was the fact that the killer, or killers, remained on the property for several days after the murders, using the farm's facilities, feeding the animals, and even sleeping in the house. The Hinterkaifeck murders remain unsolved, with theories ranging from a family member's involvement to the possibility of a ghostly presence. A number of strange occurrences were reported before the murders, including mysterious footsteps in the snow leading to the farm, but none coming back, as if someone had been sneaking around for days. Despite an extensive investigation and multiple suspects, the killer was never found. Did the family know their murderer, or was it someone who simply took advantage of their remote location? The Hinterkaifeck case remains one of the most eerie unsolved crimes in history, leaving behind a haunting legacy of unanswered questions and a chilling reminder of how, even in the modern age, some mysteries remain beyond our understanding. 19. The Loch Ness Monster. For centuries, stories have circulated about a mysterious creature lurking beneath the waters of Loch Ness in Scotland, a creature known as Nessie. Sightings of the Loch Ness Monster, described as a giant serpent-like being, have been reported by locals and tourists alike. But despite numerous investigations, no concrete evidence has ever been found. Over the years, photos and videos purporting to show Nessie have come and gone, but many have been debunked as hoaxes. So, is there really something in Loch Ness? Or is it simply a legend perpetuated by human imagination? Scientists have tried to explain the phenomenon with theories ranging from misidentified animals to floating logs, while others believe that the Loch Ness Monster might be a remnant of prehistoric creatures that once roamed the seas. The question remains, is Nessie just a myth, a product of local folklore, or could there really be something lurking beneath the surface of the dark, murky waters of Loch Ness? As long as the sightings continue, the mystery will live on. 20. The wow signal, alien message, or cosmic noise. In 1977, astronomer Jerry Amon was working on a radio telescope at the Big Ear Radio Observatory in Ohio when he detected a mysterious signal coming from space. The signal was so unusual, it prompted him to write "wow" next to the data, a name it would forever carry. The wow signal was a one-time burst of radio waves that lasted 72 seconds and came from the constellation Sagittarius. Despite numerous attempts, the signal has never been repeated and its origin remains unexplained. Some believe it was a transmission from an extraterrestrial civilization, while others think it could have been caused by a satellite or a passing comet. What makes this signal so intriguing is that it came from a part of the sky where no stars or planets are known to exist, leading some to wonder, could it have been a signal from intelligent life beyond our planet? Or was it just cosmic noise, a brief anomaly lost to the vastness of space? The wow signal remains one of the most tantalizing mysteries in the search for extraterrestrial life. Will we ever hear its like again, or was it a fleeting moment in the vastness of the universe? 21. The bloop, an underwater sound. In 1997, a strange, low-frequency sound was detected deep in the ocean by underwater microphones used by the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Dubbed the bloop, the sound was unlike anything scientists had ever heard before. It was incredibly loud, traveling over thousands of miles, but the source remained a mystery. The bloop has intrigued oceanographers and conspiracy theorists alike. Its unique, powerful signal suggested it might be produced by a massive living creature. Some even speculated that it could be from an undiscovered sea monster of prehistoric proportions. However, after further analysis, many scientists believe that the sound was caused by ice quakes, the cracking of icebergs in the Southern Ocean. But what if they're wrong? Could the bloop really be the call of a creature lurking in the depths, too deep and too elusive to ever be seen? Or is it a sign of something far more unsettling, something far beyond the realm of known science? The bloop still haunts the ocean's vastness, reminding us that there are corners of the earth we have barely explored, and that some mysteries, like the sound of the deep sea, may never be fully explained. 22. The Marfa Lights. In the desolate plains of West Texas, strange lights have been spotted for centuries, flickering in the night sky near the small town of Marfa. Known as the Marfa Lights, these glowing orbs have been described as white, orange, and even blue, appearing at random intervals, moving across the horizon with an eerie supernatural quality. For years, locals and visitors alike have speculated about the origin of these lights. Some believe they are the spirits of lost souls, while others suggest they could be caused by headlights from distant vehicles or natural atmospheric phenomena. Yet, despite multiple scientific investigations, the Marfa lights remain an enigma. Why do they appear in the same spot night after night? Why do they seem to move in a way that defies logical explanation? Scientists have tried to explain the lights away as a mirage caused by temperature and light refraction, but the strange occurrences continue to elude a definitive answer. The Marfa lights continue to captivate those who see them, raising the question, are they just an optical illusion, or do they hold the key to understanding something far stranger? Could there be an explanation that we're simply too far from understanding? 23. The mysterious death of Natalie Wood. In 1981, the iconic actress Natalie Wood was found drowned off the coast of Catalina Island, California. Initially, her death was ruled an accidental drowning, but questions surrounding the circumstances of her death have remained unresolved. Wood had been aboard a yacht with her husband, actor Robert Wagner, and co-star Christopher Walken when she vanished into the water. While her body was found floating hours later, the mystery deepens with the fact that a small boat was discovered untethered near the yacht, and there were signs of a struggle. Was it a tragic accident, or was there foul play involved? Wagner and Walken's inconsistent accounts of the night, combined with Wood's fractured relationship with Wagner, have led to numerous theories. Did Wood fall into the water while trying to escape an argument, or was she pushed? The investigation was reopened several times over the years, but no conclusive evidence has ever been found to change the ruling. The tragic death of Natalie Wood continues to haunt Hollywood, leaving behind more questions than answers. Could the truth about her death ever be uncovered, or has it become just another mystery too haunting for anyone to fully understand? 24. The ghost ship of the Arctic Sea. In 1872, the Mary Celeste wasn't the only mysterious ghost ship to capture public imagination. The SS Bachamo, a cargo vessel that sailed from Canada to Alaska, was abandoned in 1931 after getting stuck in ice. But what sets this case apart from others is that the ship, after being left behind by its crew, was spotted drifting aimlessly across the Arctic Ocean. For decades, the Bachamo, with no crew aboard and seemingly no visible means of propulsion, continued to sail the frozen waters of the Arctic until it was last seen in 1969, some 38 years after its abandonment. The ship became a ghostly legend, wandering the icy expanse, a relic of another time. Was the ship haunted by its past, or was something more unusual at work? Could the Bachamo have been caught in some sort of mysterious current, or trapped in an endless loop drifting across the Arctic? The eerie nature of the Bachamo's journey raises one of the most unsettling questions of all. If a ship can disappear for so long, how many more ghost ships could be sailing the world's oceans, lost to time, waiting for us to notice? 25. What happens after we die? For as long as humanity has existed, the question of what happens after we die has loomed over us. Countless religions, philosophies, and theories attempt to answer this fundamental mystery. Yet the truth remains elusive. Is there an afterlife? Do we reincarnate? Or is death simply the end, the final curtain falling on our existence? People from different cultures have believed in everything from heaven and hell to reincarnation and the possibility of spiritual ascension. Some claim to have had near-death experiences, reporting encounters with deceased loved ones, or journeys to otherworldly realms, while others remain skeptical, attributing these experiences to brain activity or psychological phenomena. Science offers no definitive answers. Despite advances in neurology and biology, the question of consciousness and what happens to it when the body ceases to function remains one of the greatest unknowns. Could there be a hidden truth about life after death, just beyond our understanding, or is death truly the end of the road, a mystery that we may never solve? The question continues to haunt humanity, leaving us to wonder, is there more to life than what we see? 24. The ghost ship of the Arctic Sea. In 1872, the Mary Celeste wasn't the only mysterious ghost ship to capture public imagination. The SS Bachamo, a cargo vessel that sailed from Canada to Alaska, was abandoned in 1931 after getting stuck in ice. But what sets this case apart from others is that the ship, after being left behind by its crew, was spotted drifting aimlessly across the Arctic Ocean. For decades, the Bachamo, with no crew aboard and seemingly no visible means of propulsion, continued to sail the frozen waters of the Arctic until it was last seen in 1969, some 38 years after its abandonment. The ship became a ghostly legend, wandering the icy expanse, a relic of another time. Was the ship haunted by its past, or was something more unusual at work? Could the Bachamo have been caught in some sort of mysterious current, or trapped in an endless loop drifting across the Arctic? The eerie nature of the Bachamo's journey raises one of the most unsettling questions of all. If a ship can disappear for so long, how many more ghost ships could be sailing the world's oceans, lost to time, waiting for us to notice? 25. What happens after we die? For as long as humanity has existed, the question of what happens after we die has loomed over us. Countless religions, philosophies, and theories attempt to answer this fundamental mystery. Yet the truth remains elusive. Is there an afterlife? Do we reincarnate? Or is death simply the end, the final curtain falling on our existence? People from different cultures have believed in everything from heaven and hell to reincarnation and the possibility of spiritual ascension. Some claim to have had near-death experiences, reporting encounters with deceased loved ones, or journeys to otherworldly realms, while others remain skeptical, attributing these experiences to brain activity or psychological phenomena. Science offers no definitive answers. Despite advances in neurology and biology, the question of consciousness and what happens to it when the body ceases to function remains one of the greatest unknowns. Could there be a hidden truth about life after death, just beyond our understanding? Or is death truly the end of the road, a mystery that we may never solve? The question continues to haunt humanity, leaving us to wonder, is there more to life than what we see? 24. The ghost ship of the Arctic Sea. In 1872, the Mary Celeste wasn't the only mysterious ghost ship to capture public imagination. The SS Bachamo, a cargo vessel that sailed from Canada to Alaska, was abandoned in 1931 after getting stuck in ice. But what sets this case apart from others is that the ship, after being left behind by its crew, was spotted drifting aimlessly across the Arctic Ocean. For decades, the Bachamo, with no crew aboard and seemingly no visible means of propulsion, continued to sail the frozen waters of the Arctic until it was last seen in 1969, some 38 years after its abandonment. The ship became a ghostly legend, wandering the icy expanse, a relic of another time. Was the ship haunted by its past, or was something more unusual at work? Could the Bachamo have been caught in some sort of mysterious current, or trapped in an endless loop drifting across the Arctic? The eerie nature of the Bachamo's journey raises one of the most unsettling questions of all. If a ship can disappear for so long, how many more ghost ships could be sailing the world's oceans, lost to time, waiting for us to notice? 25. What happens after we die? For as long as humanity has existed, the question of what happens after we die has loomed over us. Countless religions, philosophies, and theories attempt to answer this fundamental mystery. Yet the truth remains elusive. Is there an afterlife? Do we reincarnate? Or is death simply the end, the final curtain falling on our existence?